All right, welcome one and all to the one game that has been requested. I've never had someone request me cast a replay so much as this one. This is the real player spawning in the top left corner of the map, or not top left, it's Polar Knight. I've already messed this up, but it is the 12 o'clock location, Startail Bomber. Confirmed as he was streaming this last night. His opponent in the south, leveling up an account, going from bronze to masters, or grandmasters. I think he's on the road to masters at the moment. It is DUI, driving under the influence of Puck. Now, wait, what? No Oracle, please? No Marine? Okay. That sounds like a fair compromise coming out of these two. So, yeah, Puck is a really good player. He just recently qualified for IEM Sao Paulo. A lot of people have been doubting him for a while. Bomber is no good at bargaining, I think, saying no Oracle for no ghosts. You're not going to have fun playing TVP if there's no ghosts. No Viking. Puck with the counter offers. Forget the metagame for a second. We've got some real bargaining going on right now. Vikings, no. Oracle, no. Okay. Sorry. All right, well, I don't know if these two know who, like, obviously Puck knows who Bomber is. I don't know if Bomber knows who Puck is, being that he's on an alternate account like this. No deal. I'm loving what's coming out of this. If you make class, they can't kill them. All right, that's a fair point. It's a fair point. Now, okay, Polar Knight. Oh man, how long is this going? Sorry, I thought the talkie was gonna be done. You don't see players talk this much in a game. For those who haven't been watching Puck's stream, by the way, a quick shout out to him. He's been doing this sort of like bronze to grandmasters stint, and some of his games have been hilarious. Like Puck, in professional play, he does things like dropping immortals. He'll pick things up and have a lot of crazy micro. His gateway aggression is actually really strong. This is Bomber, though. This isn't some like diamond player on your road to grandmasters. This is the real deal, and this is someone you have to actually deal with in a big way. I don't know that Puck is going to exactly be able to use funny tactics against him, but Puck is like the funny man when it comes to StarCraft 2, and evidenced by the jokes being made through the chat here. Now it looks like it's calmed down, so we can actually focus on the game a little bit. We did have that one gas, a little bit delayed here on the second one, nothing too crazy, but... wait, what does he believe him? Oh, they're just agreeing to no Oracles, no Vikings. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, of course. People, they're joking around, but that's probably not going to be the case. But yeah, Bomber also recently announcing that he's going to be playing for a little bit. He did, of course, recently, you know, the whole Red Bull Battlegrounds had that announcement about not playing anymore and all these things. But looks like, you know, he's having some fun on ladder at the very least. Now, I don't know what server this is on, but I'm told that this was last night, so that's all I know. That's all I know going into this. 7:08 p.m. toss, yeah, super Gosu. Puck's probably busy tabbing out and typing. That is, of course, the thing that Puck does a lot. He's got such insane micro that he actually tabs out of the game quite a bit when he's streaming. No Oracle, no stress. You know, this is funny because Bomber, if you guys remember the first time he was streaming at Red Bull, he had like that big banner behind him hanging that said basically like Oracle OP or something like that. Ooh. Oh. Alright, so I guess we're not going to see Oracles this game? I don't know. We'll see if Puck is a man of his word or not. As he did go for the Robo. Not the Stargate, so not the Oracles. Nothing to worry about here. But to take that expansion. This is shaping up to be a somewhat regular game so far. Nothing too out of the ordinary from either players. Just a little bit of friendly banter. I like the bunker coming down pretty early too from Bomber. Wants to make sure that he doesn't get caught off guard by any sort of early aggression. Because, you know, there's that one thing that always lurks in the back of your mind. Whether you're playing your best friend or a really tough opponent, you kind of have to go like... Alright, he's typing a lot. Is he trying to cheat? Really comfort? I think he's trying to say comfortable, maybe? I'm assuming that's an English thing. Yeah, I guess, yeah, he's not wrong. If there's Oracles coming, it's really comfortable. Puck, they're going for that early Robo base, so just looking to get some Colossus out quick. You know, you expect your opponent to go bio. That's how Terran plays. You can't really play mech. There are a few players who have been trying to make mech work, and they do in very particular circumstances, but not often. Now, what I do question is this earlier Warp Prism, because what is Puck going to be able to do with this? He doesn't have a lot of gateways. He doesn't have sentries to do some sort of weird force field tactics on a ramp or anything like that. So, is he going to go for Warp Prism speed and get Immortals out after this? Just go for some crazy drops like that? Someone in the chat saying he should hallucinate Oracle. Yeah, that would be the best. Oh, Bomber gets a scan off. He's going to see that Warp Prism pop, I think. Oh, I don't know if he saw that actually pop, but he saw the thing. No. He's confirming that there's no Stargate, so... This is wrong. Alright, it is going to go for Gravitic Drive, but not... what? Not Immortals coming out of this, but a Colossus. Okay, hang on. Back up. Forget whatever they're saying in chat right now. This is irrelevant. Puck does something really trolly in lower leagues, and I can't believe I think he's about to try this versus Bomber, where he does like Colossus drops. Now, this actually is really effective against Mineral Lines, because the SCVs just die instantaneously, but this is something that works because players are not ready for it. Bomber has been kind of goofing around. He's ready to play against probably, you know, like Charge Lots, Oracles, Storms. This is so dumb to consider, but this might work if that's what Puck is going to do. He is good pick. Oh my god. Okay, so Puck is a showman, to say the least. We're going to have some fun with this. I don't know how well this will work, though. Watchtower is taken, so he's got to be very careful he doesn't go in vision of this. I mean, the last thing you want to do is reveal there's a Warp Prism, regardless of what's inside of it, or what could possibly be inside of it. So here's what's really dumb and why this could possibly work. Like, you see a Warp Prism, first thing you do is make a Viking. Well, after the last patch, even without that Gravitic Drive, by the way, look how fast this goes with Gravitic Drive, the speed boost on the Warp Prism. Even an unupgraded Warp Prism can outrun a Viking. Even if it's already just deployed, it can undeploy and run away in time. This is a Warp Prism with speed that doesn't have to deploy because it's unloading a can of whoop ass. There's first blood in there somewhere, I don't know, but the Colossus going to town on that SCV line. How many were killed? Only 3 so far, nothing too crazy. Going to try and kill a couple more SCVs. Meanwhile, Bomber's going to push this, realizing, like, look, if there's a Colossus in my base, there's no way you have an army to defend with. And Puck already popped off the overcharge, so going to try and do it again against this Marine force, but Bomber can just push past this. He realizes this. There's no second overcharge because he already baited one out. The Sentry! Oh no, if Puck had gotten the Sentry in the force field on that ramp, these Marines would have never made it to the top. Is this what you guys wanted me to cast? Oh, okay, the Warp Prism coming back home. I was gonna say, like, this is not looking good for Puck. There's no way he holds. But with a Colossus, he just may, because it's so good against Marines. And he's even gonna micro with the Warp Prism. The Stalker's gonna soak some of these hits, but every single wave kills like 3 or 4 Marines, and a couple more go down. Colossus will stand, albeit just barely, but it still stands. And now Bomber actually has no units. Puck lost the base. How many workers did he got? No, still have 48 workers. He's still in this game. I don't understand what's about to happen, but Puck's going aggressive once again with that Colossus, and even without the Warp Prism, you can walk a Colossus back here and shred the Mineral Lines, and Bomber would have to walk all the way around here just to grab it. So if this is Puck's goal, because that looks like the direction he's heading, this could work out fantastically. Now, the main has not been harmed by this. Remember, Bomber only lost like a couple of workers from that first attack from Puck, but gets right on top of the SCV line once again. Special tactics, ladies and gentlemen, from Puck. He's going to get a couple more worker kills, but here come the Marauders, and this is where it gets scary, because Puck has not invested in Extended Thermal Lance. Oh, he did. Never mind, take that back. I didn't even catch that. So he does have Extended Thermal Lance. What the fuck? Exactly my sentiment right now, Bomber. Puck going to micro this around means there's no anti-air, there's no Marines, there's no Vikings. He can't chase this down. Bomber going to adapt some of his own drop play. Looks like he wants to drop a Marauder on top of this. This is really weird to consider that this is even working, using the insane range of this Colossus, plus the high ground vision provided by the Warp Prism. Well, I guess the Colossus gives it too. Dances around this, and look at this, the projectile of the Immortal, or the Marauders, can't even touch the Colossus. He's still getting kills. What is happening? Stardale Bomber versus Puck. This is not the game you expect to see, but this is the game that is in front of us. Now dropping his own Marauders on top of Puck's Colossus, or at least trying to. Look at this pick up and drop play, but laser beams are faster than concussive shells, and as long as Puck doesn't mess this up, he should be okay. 26 Marines, 4 Marauders, and 12 SCVs have died to 1 Colossus so far. How many kills? I gotta click on this thing. 34 kills! It's up to 34 kills, and it's not done yet. It cancels the SCV building the command center. Still gonna maneuver around with the insane speed of this Warp Prism. And you gotta remember, Puck took a 3rd base behind this. He could go for like a 9-gate all-in off of this, and it wouldn't be a problem in the world. Still dancing around with this Warp Prism, still alive somehow. Looks like we do have a counterattack finally coming out of Bomber, though, saying, screw it. I can't compete with this weirdness. But there's Colossus at home waiting for him. Like I said, there's an economy for this behind Puck. This isn't some like weird 1 base all in. Still dancing around with this Colossus. It does get a bit scary though. There's a lot of Marauders out now, and if Puck slips even once, with the Colossus being half dead, Bomber may be able to snipe it off. But again, it's projectiles coming out of these Marauders, so as long as Puck is quick, you can juke out the projectile damage. I don't even understand what's happening right now, but I'm starting to understand why people wanted this game cast so badly. Charge lots are being made behind this. Storm is being made behind this. Puck is actually preparing for a very normal game to transition out of this. And Bomber has no 3rd base. He's so focused on killing this Colossus, he never re-put an SCV on the command center that was building. Still killing Marauders. I'm sitting here with just this big dumbfounded smile. Oh, no, doesn't lose it. Okay, Warp Prism got a little bit sloppy. Can I make one? A Viking? Oh, because they agreed, no Vikings. That's why he has no Vikings. They're actually honoring their agreement. Puck never made Oracles, and Bomber never made Vikings. This is making sense now. So many Marauders gonna try and snipe off this Nexus. Gonna try and do some damage to Puck on a counterattack basis, but I just don't know if it's gonna happen. The Colossus at home will fall. The Nexus may come shortly after, but charge lots are already done. In the meantime, still dancing with 44 kills on this Colossus. 45. It's about to die though. One more hit. Oh, Puck picks it up. And of course it regenerates shield inside. Forcement on the ramp will actually keep Puck's own Zealots from being able to respond to this. Looks like the Marauders are actually going to do a little more damage than they think you wanted to, thanks to the help of Puck. I don't think the Nexus will fall down. The Nexus in the main certainly did. But Bomber, I don't believe, knows about this third base. No, he has no idea Puck's got a third base. Meanwhile, the Colossus shields are probably regenerated by now. And I'm trying to rationalize this game. But, like, the fact that Bomber's agreeing not to make Vikings at this point is just so dumb to me. Because at one point, you have to be like, forget it. I'm losing to a Colossus. I don't care what our agreement was. I have to make a Viking. But Medivacs coming back home with those Marauders. They got that base snipe, and Bomber still has no knowledge of that third. Oh my god. What a game. Okay, so SCV's now being killed once again. Like I said, you don't even necessarily need the Warp Prism for this. 52 kills. If this Colossus gets 100 kills, I will lose it. How many workers killed so far? Up to 32. Personal kills up to 57. No Marauders in sight. No way to deal with this. A Siege Tank even might be better than Marauders at this point. Oh man, okay. So picks it up again. Not surprising there. Another big drop coming towards the main. Puck will not get this main base back up. But it's a little irrelevant because, again, the main base is like the least problematic. He has a third. Bomber has just now discovered that. We got Storm available, goes down top of this, but a quick pickup out of Bomber might be showing you, while he can't contend with Colossus, he can still play normally and play normally quite well. His response times have been perfect. Third base going to be sniped off once again. Puck, where's that Colossus? Did it finally go down? No, it's just standing here with nothing to oppose it. So we'll keep a click on that so we can keep an eye on it. Third base goes down, though. Bomber actually starting to do some real economic damage to Puck. But note the supplies, guys. Bomber's not exactly ahead in supply at this point. Puck's got 73 workers to the 31 of Bomber. Bomber's production won't be able to keep up with the lack of economy. I'm having like brain aneurysms trying to keep up with this game. What bothers me most is like, okay, we're the Marines. Like, okay, you didn't make Vikings, I get that. There's the honor of a man at stake. You don't go back on your word. But where are the Marines to chase down the Warp Prism, right? More SCVs going down here. This Colossus up to 73 kills. It might just hit those triple digits. I want end. This is stupid game. And I think Puck is just sitting there with like a... If I go through... I'm going to go through his stream after this, through his VODs, and see if he's got this big dumbass grin on his face, because I imagine he does with the way this is going. Bomber with a purely Marauder composition pulls the SCVs. He's going to go for one last big push to try and end it all. Bomber, you are an honorable man, and no one can take that away from you. For not making a single Viking this game. This Colossus, though, is getting close to 100, guys. 79, 81. Can he do it? Meanwhile, Puck is actually going to struggle to defend. So many Marauders here. The Zealots, even with charge, can't connect to much of this army. There's some Storms that need to be laid down. There's so many Medivacs. Every Marauder has a personal healer. This Colossus at 91 kills. So close to 100. These Zealots are going down, and the Marauders are actually doing a great job pushing into Puck's base. There's a Colossus, but it goes down. There's nothing left to defend it. And this... Oh, Puck, move the Colossus. Please get 100 kills before the game's over, because you might lose. You might just straight up lose. Marauders are going to destroy everything going on right now, and looks like the last couple probes will go down here in the natural. Third base still mining strong, and the production has been left untouched. These Colossus are having a bit of a spaz attack. 94 kills, come on. 100, can you do it? Oh, the Nexus goes down so fast with this many Marauders. The Colossus can't even contend without a Warp Prism to dance around. The Archon is doing a little bit, but the probes aren't even touching anything again. Each of these Marauders has a personal healer. Down to 3 workers, though, is Bomber. Where's this Warp Prism at? Coming home? Coming home? Coming home? No, it's in the main. Puck! 96! 96! 97! 98! There's not enough! There's not enough in the main! There's not enough units for him to get 100 kills! 98! Can he do it? He's got to catch something coming out of the production. He's got to catch something coming out of the production. Bomber has no units on the field, or workers on the field, but he's got a lot of units. Puck has no units on the field, but he had, past tense, a lot of workers. He's pulled out the probes, and then the Zealots are going to charge forward. This last Colossus will do what it can, and with a smiley face, fun was called. What did I just cast? Bomber versus Puck, the weirdest game I've ever seen in StarCraft 2. Ugh. Hang on, where did this Colossus end up? Where is this thing? Hang on, Warp Prism. Oh, 98 is where it ends. Bomber with the victory. An honorable man obtains an honorable victory. Congratulations to Stardale Bomber. I don't even understand. What did I just cast? That was amazing. That was ridiculous. That was fantastic. But what the